Chapter 1, we touch on national energy balance. What is national energy balance, NEB? As population and GDP growth in the next few years, the overall demand for energy is expected to increase nearly about 20% rise by 2010. And energy intensity of the economy also projected to increase. So total energy supply are expected to increase too. So penggunaan crude oil, petroleum will be higher, natural gas and coal. So the reserve also will decline. What national energy balance is designed for? To present the basic supply and demand data, because before this we don't have real data. For all fuel express a common energy unit. So with the data with common energy unit, then we can make easy comparison. So it serves an important reference to formulate new policies for energy sector in the future. And key energy data indicators allow policymakers to implement programs. So by data that we have, we can implement programs to meet future energy demand and secure supplies. So NEB is important to be information, to be the data. And NEB utilizes the Malaysia Energy Database of Information System, or in short we call it MEDIS, that act as information center. Other energy related data for economy and demography and other energy related data. So NEB is a cooperative effort between the government and also the power utilities, independent power producers, private oil companies and other industries. They will gather all the data to be used by policymakers. Okay, by this policy then they come out with some incentive untuk menggalakkan pengguna berjimat-jimat menggunakan energi secara efisien dan menggunakan renewable energy untuk menggalakkan penggunaan tenaga yang banyak tapi give minimum impact to the environment. So they give company providing energy saving service the pioneer status with tax exemption. So if your company do that, they will have tax exemption of 70% of the statutory income of period of 5 years. So bila company dapat income tax exemption, they will eager to do more energy management, more efficient energy usage. And import duty, sales and tax exemption for equipment used to related project which are not produced locally, then the equipment purchased from local manufacturers given sales tax exemption. And then tax incentive for application received from 28 October 2000 until 31st December 2005. The company requires to implement their project within 1 year from the data approval. So the incentive ask them to do it faster. And then companies which incur capital expenditure for conserving energy for own consumption, they will get accelerated capital allowance on related equipment. So they to be written off within a period of year. Then the incentive effective from the year of assessment 2003. And then imported duty and sales tax exemption on equipment used in energy conservation. So if you buy a new equipment that will conserve energy atau jimat tenaga, which are not produced locally, you will have import duty and sales tax exemption. Dia tak payah bayar dia punya cukai. So equipment purchased from local manufacturer given sales tax exemption. Another way to encourage generation of energy using biomass. So mana-mana company yang menggunakan biomass, dia ada tax exemption 70% of period 5 years, ataupun dia ada investment tax allowance of 60% on the qualifying capital expenditure. This all to reduce your tax. So akan menyebabkan company-company besar berminat kurangkan tax dia dengan dia invest atau melabur untuk membeli alatan yang cekap tenaga. Equipment used for the project will be given import duty and sales tax exemption if not produced locally. So insentif yang bagus untuk menggalakkan orang menggunakan energy efficient equipment. And then untuk the scope of incentive also extended to other sources of renewable energy. So for example, kalau ada company yang buat hydropower more than 10 megawatt, they will get incentive. And also for company that supply power with solar power, they also get incentive. That's why in this year, between 2000 2010, you will see many company of renewable energy ditubuhkan. Banyak hydropower yang baru, banyak solar power farm, yang menghasilkan power daripada solar ditubuhkan pada tahun 2000 ke 2010 kerana banyak insentif diberikan oleh kerajaan masa itu. So this incentive will be given a period of time and companies are required to implement their project within 1 year. So dia nak cepat so dia menggalakkan company untuk buat secepat mungkin. Then the incentive are for companies that sell energy generated from resources that are renewable and environmental friendly, such as biomass, hydropower, solar energy. They're giving more incentive to this kind of company. So what the incentive is? Tax incentive for green industry by MIDA, Malaysia Investment Development Authority. MIDA. So ada RE and renewable energy and energy efficient incentive sehingga tahun 2015. So panjang lah daripada tahun 2000 sampai 2015 yang dapat. And then green technology incentive, more qualifying activities. And then incentive for establishment of waste eco park. Ini insentif yang diberi untuk menggalakkan people to take care of energy and be more environment friendly. Project is services. Services dia dapat insentif juga, income tax exemption of 100% from 2013 to 2018. Green technology services related to renewable energy efficient, electric vehicle, green building, atau green can qualify this tax incentive. And then dia ada juga incentive for purchase green technology asset. So kalau beli alatan baru yang jimat tenaga, mereka dapat tax. Jadi sebenarnya banyak menggalakkan syarikat-syarikat untuk mula membeli benda-benda yang jimat tenaga dan green technology. Okay, what is green technology? Green technology is the technology used that give the function, but at the same time it is giving minimum impact to the environment. Yang penting ayat tu Negative impact to environment atau zero impact to environment is important keyword for green technology. Okay.